Time value of money is a very interesting concept. It is one of the basic concepts of finance. In financial management, we cannot do any calculations without time value of money. And that is why it is also called the mathematics of finance. So every finance student needs to learn how time value of money actually works. In our slides discussions later on in time value of money, we'll see that how the value of money changes over time. If we look at the complete term, time value of money, often called TVM, we see that there are three components. One is time, other is value, and the third one is money. Time, we know that it is the time which is passing, hours, minutes, months, and years. Value refers to the amount, the rupee amount or the dollar amount, and money is, again, it's the currency which is in use. So when we say time value of money, we actually refer to the changes in the value of money over time. Why does it change? There may be reasons of changes in the value of money, and some of them we'll discuss later. But principally, the value of money changes because of interest. Interest is something that is called a return, or maybe in some cases, if we want, we may call it profit or markup, and other terms may be used. But it is the addition in the value of money over time. When interest is earned, it changes the value of money, and hence we have more value of money in the future, which is called the future value. So we can calculate the future amount or the future value of money in somewhere in future, let's say a year from now, a month from now, or many years from now. So that future value will be the value more than the current value of money. The current value of money is then called the present value. That is the value of money today. So if we have a certain amount today, let's say 100 rupees or dollars, those 100 rupees or dollars are worth the same, that is 100 today. But if we are looking at the same value of $100 or rupees today, in future this will be more than 100. For example, if we say that, would you like to have 100,000 rupees now, or would you like to have the same amount a year from now? That means that in future, am I interested in getting the same amount of money, or I'm more interested in getting it today? How would I answer this question? How would I set my preference? And this is the crux of time value of money. If we further have a look at this and take this forward, that would you like to have 100,000 rupees now or 110,000 rupees a year from now? Apparently, 110,000 rupees are more than 100,000. But is it actually more than 100,000? An amount in the future and the amount at present, can we directly compare the two amounts and decide whichever is higher and whichever is lower? This is something that we study in time value of money. The basic answer is no. We cannot say that directly an amount in the future which apparently is more than the present amount is actually more than the present amount, because of the reasons that we'll discuss in our later discussion. 100,000 rupees now is actually the present value of money, and 110,000 rupees a year from now is actually the future value of money. And the comparison of the two will only be possible if we see that what will be the present value of this 100,000. That means that if we can bring this 110,000 back in the present, and then we are in a position to compare it with 100,000 and decide whether it is more or less or equal to 100,000. Similarly, if we can take 100,000 present amount forward in the future, a year from now, and then we'll be in a position to compare whether this 100,000 after 1 year becomes 110,000 or more or less than 110,000. And this is something that will be done by using interest. We'll discuss it later that interest is something which is calculated by using a certain rate. And time is a factor that actually contributes into it. So when I say that the future value of 100,000 will be more than 110,000, so these factors will be involved in that. That is, what is the rate of interest? Or in other words, I may say that what will be the value of this 110,000 today? Will it be more or less than 100,000? Again, is a matter of the rate of interest, which we'll discuss in detail in our later slides.